All right, we're going to go ahead and work on sketching a box plot by hand. We're only going to do that once or twice in class together, and then we'll use Excel for the homework and for everything else. So we'll show you how to do a box plot in Excel in a little bit. But first, let's sketch one by hand so we can kind of get a better sense of how this works. All right, so we have our 5-number summary from the 19 adults from earlier. So I'm going to start working with that. So I have a min at 22. So I'm just going to put just a little circle here for the min, and I'll put min equals 22. Now remember that the box for the box and whisker plot is made up of Q1, the median, and Q3. So I'm going to make a box out of these three. So I'll start by putting Q1 on here. So Q1 is 38. So maybe that's about here. And then the median, so that's the line that divides the box into two pieces, is at 48. It's probably about here. And then Q3 is at 58. So put that one on there. And then I'm going to connect these three lines to make a box out of them. And then I'm going to put a dot for the max. So the max is 72. It's maybe about here. So I'll put max equals 72. All right, so I have my 5-number summary plotted over here. And I have my box. What I need to do now is figure out if either the min or the max is an outlier. So I'm going to use that 1.5 times the IQR rule to figure that out. So I'm going to start by finding the IQR. So that's Q3 minus Q1. So 58 minus 38. So that gives me an IQR of 20. And then 1.5 times the IQR. So 1.5 times 20 is equal to 30. So you can certainly do that with a calculator if you want. So the width of the box is 20. And what we're going to do is add 30 to the top and subtract 30 from the bottom. So that upper fence, I'll use Q3, so 58. And then I'm going to add this 1.5 times the IQR, so plus 30. That'll give me 88. So my upper fence is somewhere up here. Let's put a little dotted line there. So there's the upper fence. And then my lower fence is Q1, so 38, minus the 1.5 times the IQR, so minus 30. That gives me a value of 8 for the lower fence. So the lower fence is like somewhere down here. All right, so now I have everything I need to figure out if there are any outliers here. So to put the whiskers on my box, I'm going to start with the upper whisker first. I'll start at the top of the box and I just start drawing a line straight up until I run into either the max or the fence, whichever one comes first. So in this case, I ran into the max first, so I'll stop there. And that's where my upper whisker is. If for some reason I had another point up here, I would have drawn this line until I hit the fence and I would have capped it off. And then I would have turned that mark outside of the fence into an outlier. So anything outside of the fences is going to be an outlier. Okay, so same process for the bottom of the box. I'll start at the bottom of the box and draw straight down until I either run into the min or the lower fence. So I run into the min first, and so here's where I'm going to stop my whiskers. So we'll put a little end bar on there. And so here's my box and whisker plot for the 19 adults.